If I may, Kavi, start with you. You said something very interesting yesterday. You said there is rhetoric and there are actual tangible steps. So how many are there left before we get to the finish line, and how quickly can we get there?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer for inviting me here. And immediately, I want to make comments that the title was a little bit misplaced. Turbulent World, Rising Asia, something is missing. I think the thing that is missing is shrinking ASEAN. What we are going to do now, that is exactly should be the title. And what I'm going to talk about is this. There are three ways to look at ASEAN today and its future. Yesterday, His Royal Highness the Prince said it very well, but with the perspective from the palace that, ASEAN is doing rather well. But I will give you three perspectives based on, number one, numbers. Numbers is very important in ASEAN, because if you are very good, in Thailand you're good with numbers, you become finance minister. In Burma, if you're good with numbers, you become astrologers. So, number is very good. And number two, you look at ASEAN from the statement that leaders said in the statements. I will outline how ASEAN is moving. And the last one, the way to penetrate, I will lay the landmine for them, is to look at the slogans and themes of ASEAN since the enaction of ASEAN charters. The Prince said yesterday that you have 1,110 days. Today, 1,109-day countdown. But did you know that there are 667 actions you have to do? Out of this, 144 is AEC, the plan of actions, that the Prince referred to at 75%. To be exact, it's 74.6. So the remaining barrier is 75.4, which is untouchable. Of course, you will know that, you're looking at me. Services, trade liberalization, felicitations, and just a minute ago, you already find out trades and investment. So 144 AEC, but AEC is not AEC. AEC is AEC and ASCC and APSC. So remember this acronym, APSC and APCC is not AEC only. If you talk about AEC, it's this acronym. So what I try to say is this. To succeed, ASEAN have to take 667 action in the next 1,109 days. Do you think ASEAN can accomplish that? That's okay, because if you look at the statements by the ASEAN leaders, this time, I have read the ASEAN joint communique, except the last time in Phnom Penh, for 3 decades. You can really feel how others feel about ASEAN futures. This time, the chairman's statement has 2 words. We agree. 2 times. On the 3rd paragraph, we agree that ASEAN should be unified. And then we agree that we signed 3 agreements, ASEAN Declaration of Human Rights. And then there are 7 words that ASEAN like to use to really denote the ASEAN endeavor to fight for ASEAN future. We reiterate, we reaffirm, we encourage, we noted, we acknowledge, and we recognize. This try to tell you, this contained in the 7th paragraph of the 99 paragraph of ASEAN cooperation in this chairman's statement. That tells you how ASEAN is moving. Now, I have to cut it short because we have only 8 minutes, just to give you the order. You look at the themes, 2008 until this year and next year. 2008, Singapore. Why I'm looking at the theme? Because it gives you the hidden agendas of the rotational shares. Singapore is great. Singapore is the hub of Southeast Asia. So the theme of that year, 2008, is One Asia in the heart of dynamic Asia. You know the place. The next year, is the Thailand, because it's a year that you implement the charter. It's ASEAN Charter to ASEAN peoples. Then 2010 is Vietnam toward the ASEAN community, from visions to actions. After that, you expect that the next year ASEAN will have a team said, we need more action, but it's not, because Indonesia has its own agenda and the theme. So the 2011 is ASEAN community in a global community. Now, 2011, which is this year, is one community, one vision. Look at what happened in Phnom Penh. You probably has a big high, suspicion of what's going on. Now, 2013, next year, already Brunei has a very good theme that is our people, our future together, and I'm sure Brunei can do a very good job. Now, what would happen if Myanmar become the chair in 2014, or less than 420 days? I suggest two themes. By watching what Myanmar has done in the past 18 months, and what Vice President Sai Muk Kam has said yesterday, and I quote, this is amazing words, and I think it will liberate very well. The political reform serve as a good basis for the success of economic reform. And the word comes from Sai Muk, the Vice President from China State. So I think Burma will be the game changer if the themes of 2014 is, do you know what it is? I'm just make a suggestion. I can see Sashpan is smiling. The theme could be, this is my one democratic ASEAN. And that could turn the table around.